guys, Cassandra Foster here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below. Today I'm going to be sharing a tutorial on my nighttime hair routine. It's just a simple twist out, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to be covering a few topics that happen in current news this week. So let's get started. Alright, so there's a few things you might need. Some hair clips, wide tooth comb, a water bottle, some oil, and a cream of your choice. I prefer the LOC method, so let's get started. Okay, so this, I've already had a twist out in, and this is actually about 2 days old. So I'm just going to twist it back up so I can get some more wear for my hair this week. I like to do this in the middle of the week. It just helps me out a lot. Okay, so first, I'm just going to section my hair, and I really don't part. I like to go in and just use my hands, like most of us natural girls. Alright, so one of the topics I did want to discuss was I've been watching D.L. Hughley on Instagram, and he's been covering the Trump impeachment. And one of the things he brought up was how could you have so much evidence of wrongdoing and still believe that something's not right, okay? Or that you're right, or that a person did not incite a riot. And we all know what happened on Capitol Hill, and that was sad. But I appreciate Mr. Hughley for still tackling that subject, not always easy, and sometimes you warrant attacks. So I just want to say I appreciate him for still keeping that in the public. And then he also posted a story about two young African-American men who were able to stop a kidnapping and a possible rape and murder of a young girl. Two sanitation workers happened to see the guy in a field and actually pulled over and blocked the man in so that he couldn't hurt the young child. Those are the kind of stories we need to hear, especially in the climate of our world today. So I just appreciated him for sharing those topics. Hailing from the GED section, ain't nothing wrong with it. I actually got my GED a year before I was supposed to graduate. I was supposed to graduate in 95, telling on myself a little bit with my age, but that's okay. But I actually got my GED in 94. When you've grown up and have some issues happen in your life, I had some things where I had to grow up, and I had to grow up fast. So I got my GED in 94. And moving on to exciting news, guys. I'm so excited to relay. Let me tell you what I'm getting ready to do first. So this is an oil mixture of Jamaican black castor oil and olive oil, and that's it. And so I just put it in here, shake it up. You can buy one of these jars at the hair store. They're usually $2, if that. And I just use that. So I'm going to go in here and oil my scalp with that. Okay, first thing you see me do is spray some water on my hair. Okay, just simple water. Sometimes I put a little conditioner in the water just to add a little extra, but you don't have to. Okay, so I'm going to rub that oil into my scalp. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit, maybe about a dime size, okay? Not a lot of this because that Jamaican black castor oil is really thick. So I'm just going to rub that on my hair. And then I'm going to comb it out and twist it. I might add some of this body butter. Now this body butter is one that I used to promote. It is my own body butter. It's been a while since I've had that out there, but I still make it for personal use. If you'd like to see that again or like to try that, comment below so that I'll get started making and rebranding it and submit it. But it's really good. It helps my hair grow. I've been natural for 2 years now, and I remember when I first started, I was like, I'm not going natural. I just couldn't imagine or couldn't fathom how to get, decent hair in its natural state. And I've had a lot of older ladies ask me, is that a jerry curl you're wearing? How do you get your hair like that? And so, um, for the natural hair community who think that women are jumping on the bandwagon and we're just taking over, well, we never knew that we could wear our hair in this state. So to learn that is amazing. It's exciting to us. And so, yeah, we're jumping on the bandwagon, and we should be applauding that fact and not discriminating against that fact. So I wanted to say that because I saw a few discriminating videos out there. Not gonna say no names, but we should be working together. So I was able to share a few of the YouTube channels that I followed to help me get my hair together in my natural state. Okay, so back to that exciting news I wanted to share with you all. So in May of this year, your girl will be graduating from the Ohio State University with a degree in communications and a minor in video editing. Y'all, I'm excited. I'm excited. I never in a million years would have thought that I would be here where I am today. I'm excited. I was able to work for myself. I was able to brand things I never thought that I could brand, to do things I never imagined doing, all after escaping narcissistic abuse. Um, I still help women who are coming out of domestic violence situations because they still need it. And it's a lot of young women who need to be mentored to help them avoid domestic violence situations. Okay? And I know there's a lot of noise when it comes to relationship abuse and relationship issues. And what I mean by noise is that sometimes a bad story of a woman who has lied or made up something about an abusive situation will help to rule out those who are actually telling the truth. And so, unfortunately, there's a lot of noise included in helping people with domestic violence. And you just got to be careful. Narcissism is real. It is a real thing, legit. And now with the climate of all of us being on social media and wanting to showcase our skills and show who we are and, grandiose sense of self and all of that, you're going to have a more abundant amount of psychopathy or psychopathy. Okay? So, or issues with the psychopathy of people. Okay? It's called the dark triad. All right, so I got the oil in, a little bit of the body butter or cream, whatever cream base you like. I found that I don't like custards and all of that much because it dries out my hair. And so that's why I've stuck to the body butter. Okay? And I don't like my hair soaking wet before I go to bed. It just needs to be a little damp so I can get through it. And this stuff makes my hair so strong. I don't think I put a little oil on it. So I'm going to go back and do that. Again, this is middle of the week, so I've already done this before. So I'm just redoing it so that it will last longer. Okay? Now, sometimes I would flat twist that part, but I don't always do that because I like to also get that little stretch there. And you see when I pull it flat after I've had it in for a couple of days. Now, when I first do it, I might flat twist that to stretch out the root some. But right now, I don't have to because it's pretty stretched. And that's just to give you some length because the shrinkage is always real. Okay. All right. So you guys, I know, I love the hair care community and I love that. But I'm actually looking on for style or looking for topics to speak about. I'm going to be myself. Can't be nobody else, okay? Love the skin you are in, okay? Because there's nobody else out there like you. And you are the only one, okay? And be careful who you're watching on social media, um, especially on YouTube. You know, it's YouTube, it's social media. Anyone can hop on it. So just be mindful that don't take all the information to heart. Take it with a grain of salt. Research, do your research, develop some media literacy so that you are better educated for yourself. Okay? I've learned the hard way that when we don't educate ourselves, we end up following things that really lead to nowhere. That's how we end up following that narcissist. I know you don't want to admit that, but it is the truth. Research, learn, and know. Develop and grow. And please do not feel ashamed, okay? I was in a relationship for 18 years. I have 4 children from that relationship, okay? It wasn't until um, the last 9-year cycle and I developed post-traumatic stress disorder. And I went through a phase where my body just would not allow me to accept any more abuse. And it just started reacting. Like with PTSD, you cannot. I just could not stop myself from um, going in when the abuse was happening because my body and my mind was telling me, no, he's going to kill you. Okay. So, you don't develop PTSD from no simple act of abuse. Okay. So I'm not going to get into that right now. I'll share that later. And I have no qualms about sharing my story. You can go back and look at some of my posts. I share it. I talk about it and I help people who are coming out. If you are in a domestic violence situation, please reach out to me, especially if you're ready to get out, because I would like to help you. I know that when leaving, it is the most dangerous time, and I can show you how to get out safely. Okay. So let me tell you bits of my story. I was with a narcissist first, a minister. I was married for 18 years. And then when I got out, I didn't heal properly first. So I entered into another relationship. After a year of being single, I entered another relationship with a sociopath. And whoo, I learned a lot because I was like, never, ever again will this happen to me. Okay. So since then, I have helped women come out safely. Um, I made it out safely. I don't have any issues. I have no contact with both parties. Um, and yes, I do have 4 children with the first marriage. And I still have no contact, even though the kids are under 18. What happens is he makes contact with our oldest child, who is 24. And that's how he sees the children. And I just stay out the way. Okay? Out the way. I don't allow conversations or communications to go back and forth. I went through counseling with my children to make sure they understood what was going on between mom and dad and why the situation was the way it was. And it was recommended to me by another counselor. Do not be scared of getting therapy. It is so helpful. I don't know if you go back through my old videos, you can see my eyes and the difference. I went through the EMDR treatment, guys. Oh my Lord. Like, you get your old self back, pretty much, almost, okay? It like snaps everything back. You understand why you experience what you experience. You understand what you were missing. The fact that I had love in my life and was so busy looking for it outside of my life because of traumatic things that happened to me as a child. When I was 13, between 13 and 15, I was pursued by a married man, and this man had convinced his wife that I was coming on to him. And my mom was awesome in that situation. She was the only thing that saved me in that situation. And she made it clear that that man was trying to come on to me. And every time it happened, I would talk to her about it. And she saved me, because it could have ended much worse. Sometimes kids will come to you with a story and parents won't believe it. Protect your child, because a child doesn't lie about something like that. Don't. And even if you thought they were, you should be checking it out to make sure. Period. All right, I'm on the last one, guys. See how easy that was? Took 15 minutes. Probably would have took less if I wasn't talking so much. Okay. All right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Feel free to share ideas for content you would like to see. Like I said, I got my minor in video editing, so I'm looking forward to creating content and making videos. And I've been sharing most of my stuff on Vimeo because that's where OSU requires that you post your stuff. So that's where a lot of content is. But, you know, getting ready to venture out on my own. All right. Now, to go to bed, I do have to showcase my bonnet from Butter Bundles. Ain't that cute? It's a nice silk bonnet inside and out. So you can actually wear it on both sides, but I just slip that on and go on to bed. All right, guys. Until next time, like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.